This proclamation is to rescind our membership in the No Place for Hate. We cannot join with the ADL when they refuse to recognize the genocide. And this proclamation will end that partnership. And my hope is that it will be unanimous, and I will go to my colleagues in other communities to do the same.
I speak for the committee when I say emphatically that we find the ADL's position unacceptable. By not fully recognizing the slaughter of the Armenian people as genocide, and by not working to influence all nations of the world to set the historical record straight, the ADL is ignoring a clear moral imperative.
It was my letter to the Watertown tab that originally brought to light that the human rights group known as No Place for Hate has no business being sponsored by the ADL, whose leadership has long dishonored itself by lobbying Congress to diminish and deny the Armenian genocide. I respectfully request that the Town Council withdraw its endorsement of No Place for Hate. Thank you.
The burden of proof needs to be on the ADL. So if we rescind this thing and the ADL finally gets its act clean, they can come before us and we can talk about a proclamation. But in the meantime, Watertown has always been a great and diverse community. And the best thing that we could do for the No Place for Hate Committee in terms of strengthening them is to tear down that silly sign and ship it back to the ADL postage too.
ADL has acknowledged and has in fact never denied the facts of the great massacres and tragedies that have afflicted the Armenian people. There is a great deal. We do not support the congressional resolution, but we don't oppose it and we have not lobbied against it.
We will have
hope
two
you don't
more,
leave,
and that,
sir,
and that
because
will
I
be
have
it,
some
and
facts.
then we'll consider.
I have issued the command, and I'll have anybody who utters but one word of criticism executed by a firing squad. That our war aim does not consist in reaching certain lines, but in the physical destruction of the enemy. Accordingly, I have placed my death head formations in readiness, for the present only in the east, with orders to them to send to death mercilessly and without compassion men, women, and children of Polish derivation and language. Only thus shall we gain the living space which we need. Who, after all, speaks today of the annihilation of the Armenians? August 1939, Adolf Hitler, before he invaded Poland. Since the time of Hitler's speech advocating genocidal policies in Poland, numerous institutions, organizations, and over 24 countries like Argentina, France, and Greece, countries with relatively small Armenian communities like Lithuania, Switzerland, and Slovakia, countries like Uruguay, Italy, and even Germany have chosen not to forget the Armenian genocide by passing resolutions and laws. When I look at the progress the rest of the world has made regarding this issue, I am flabbergasted that we are standing here debating this issue. I don't think the ADL has a monopoly on battling intolerance. I think that we can do this without the ADL, but thank you for your offer.
And I rise today briefly to offer the Armenian National Committee of Eastern Massachusetts' view on an issue of profound meaning to the Armenians of Watertown. We did not invite this controversy, sparked by the hateful words spoken on behalf of the ADL by one of its misguided officials, Abraham Foxman. Words that have grown more offensive and insulting with each new interview and article, and words that echo the denialist rhetoric of the Turkish government, and hypocritical words that strike at the very heart of the ADL's credibility, that undermine No Place for Hate's ability to make a difference. We call upon the Town Council to disassociate itself from the ADL until such time that the Anti-Defamation League, through its national director, Mr. Foxman, openly and unequivocally acknowledges the Armenian genocide and supports congressional affirmation of this crime against humanity. Thank you. Thank you.
We heard tonight the statement that the ADL has never denied the great massacres of the Armenians. In the press, Mr. Tarsi stated, we don't deny that 1 million Armenians have been massacred, and yet he refuses to use the word genocide. As a historian, I can tell you, someone who says, yes, many people died, but it's not genocide, that is genocide denial. When Mr. Foxman, the national director of the ADL, says Congress should not be the arbiter of this, by making such a public statement, that is lobbying against that resolution. If the ADL has not lobbied against this resolution, then the question is, why did the executive director of the ADL meet with the foreign minister of Turkey, Abdullah Gül, just a few months ago in the United States, where the stated purpose of the meeting was to generate allies to help Turkey lobby against House Resolution 106. And we hope that the Council will take appropriate action to make sure that this kind of genocide denial, this kind of hypocrisy between preaching for tolerance and then acting in an intolerant manner regarding this particular issue be handled properly.
I think by Watertown withdrawing its support for this program, it's sending a message to the ADL. Other cities and towns around here may withdraw their support. I think that sends a very clear message to the ADL that something's wrong, and they need to do something about it.
That we accept and vote for this proclamation to sever all ties with the No Place for Hate committee and the ADL.
I'll second that.
Roll call, please.
Marilyn Devaney?
Yes.
John Donahue?
Yes.
Andrew Canellis? Yes. John Long?
Yes.
Steve Romanelli?
Yes.
Mark Sideris?
Yes.
Steve Corbett?
Yes.
Clyde Younger?
Yes.